Yo, 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 we are back. Episode 11 of the Off the Top Rope podcast. Hope y'all missed us. Once again,
missed y'all.
Yeah, we definitely missed y'all. Stuff be happening. I just be like, damn, like we didn't record. But as always, Chris, known as Southside Woodall on Twitter, one half of the best tag team in the world.
It's your boy Lee Berry. Hey, we got a birthday boy.
Hey, man. Yeah. You know, missed last week because I went on a little vacation to Jamaica. Great refresher. Great refresher, I'll tell you that. Never been so drunk in my life. No, but seriously, glad to be back. We are going to have one more, just to say this early, we are going to have one more small hiatus after this. I got one more vacation next week. And then after that, I think we're like smooth sailing for at least like the next month or so. But yeah, man, a lot of good stuff happened while we were gone. And honestly, let's just jump right into it. Quite literally, the episode after we, the Friday Night SmackDown after we decided we were going to take this little sabbatical or whatever, John Cena cuts the pipe bomb. Or his version of the pipe bomb, I should say. And a week later, CM Punk gave us what he called basic Punkanomics as a play on. I might buy one of them t-shirts. I ain't gonna lie to you, but yeah, as a play on John Cena's Doctor of Thuganomics gimmick.
Man, the aura.
Do you wanna go piece by piece and like split them up, or you just want to talk about which one you thought was better? Because both of them were like unique in their own way to me.
Both of them did their job. I can admit that. Yeah, Both of them did their job. The nostalgia, I popped. We can start off with John Cena's one, the pipe bomb, the pipe bomb 2.0. Didn't see it coming. Not gonna lie.
So listen, I didn't see it coming, but as it was unfolding in front of me, like as the events were starting, I said, "Why is what he's doing?" I said, "Why does what he is doing look familiar?" He AA's CM Punk through the table. I'm like, no way he's about to do this. Then I see CM Punk laying in the ring. I see John Cena get up on the top rope. I said, "Oh, I've been here before."
You can just tell by the way Punk sold it. It was just like, wait a minute, this looks familiar. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see wrestlers take table spots, but they don't just Punk was out. This was like, wait a minute.
Like, not to nitpick, but this would be that would have been a great time to not have a Slim Jim ad on the table.
Bills got to get paid.
Yeah, Bills got to get
Street
paid.
saying TKO in debt, so, hey, you got to do what you got to do.
That's crazy if they are in debt, bro. Yeah, man. So, it's funny because, like, it's like you don't want to be over analytical of it because ultimately, like, in a sense, it's kind of both of them were like parodies of each other.
Oh yeah.
But there was still also like layers in it. Like, yeah, CM Punk, and this is a discussion on like Twitter too. CM Punk isn't necessarily like a lot of people would say, "Y'all, this isn't the CM Punk we used to have." Like, he's not like. You got to think about it, bro. CM Punk was anti-establishment when he was there because of who was in charge. And, like, the things that he, like, allowed.
And the way shit was being run.
Yeah, the way shit was being run, the people he pushed in favor of other people. Mm-hmm. That's just not CM Punk's reality anymore.
Yeah.
Like, he's...
New man, like...
He's seen as a star.
Yeah.
He main evented WrestleMania. He hasn't been a champion recently, but I do feel like that's coming at some point. But
yeah, it's coming.
You know what I'm saying? His face is on everything as opposed to back then when his face wasn't on everything. Like... You know what I mean?
And he's making I seen he was at some Netflix award show.
Yep.
Like you seeing him different with the suit on. I might add at that. You know. What I'm saying? So like he's
everything CM Punk used to be in like 2010, 2011. Yeah. I'm not gonna say everything because obviously like in real life there's obviously personal values that he probably still has and all this. But almost everything you heard about CM Punk that he was disgruntled about that caused him to leave in 2015 is not really a problem 10 years later. Yeah. So I understand why people say like, like this isn't the same. Like, well, yeah.
Shout out to growth.
Yeah, shout out to growth, but also like as compared to back then, there's not much for him to be unhappy about. Like a lot has changed. So in going off of that, that's why I thought like Cena's pipe bomb was great because like, yeah, you're not that anymore. Like, you're not necessarily the voice of the voiceless anymore.
Yeah,
like,
you're a millionaire.
Yeah, he said, like, dude, you're a millionaire. He said, you're a capitalist. I said, yo.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, man. You just can't teach it, man. You can't teach what him and Punk got. Like, we're gonna talk about it later on. This feud is just it fed the streets. Like, I was sad. I was entertained.
That joke was crazy, bro.
Then like the whole parallel, like you said, with this, I didn't know because I don't think I was watching back then, but the whole parallels of it was Cena versus Ron Killings in a table match or something like that.
Yeah, like all of
this
everything.
stuff just.
So the only thing that was like minorly different is one. I believe Cena lost that match in 2011.
Yeah, he lost.
He lost that match, but also, as you said, it was a tables match. But like other than that, like all of the major players were the same, which is crazy.
Even down to like the Night of Championships match, it was just
the only thing that was off, I think, was, I mean, obviously, like him sitting on the stage.
Yeah. We didn't get like an authority run in, like
there was no like authority.
We didn't have like Hunter run in or something like that. But hey, listen.
But it was, man. I was thinking about this on the way over here, like. As much as things like were different in this iteration of like John Cena and CM Punk, some things were like still the same. Mm-hmm. And I say that because, in a sense, like we've heard John Cena say like,
"Oh shit,"
I think we're good. In a sense, we've heard John Cena say like, I'm gonna ruin wrestling. And you could argue in like 2011 at like John Cena's peak, there were a lot of fans who were kind of like turned off to the fact that like John Cena was this top guy.
6 Moves of Doom,
you know, and CM
Punk.
CM Punk, you can argue, or I mean, I don't even know if it's much argument. CM Punk is probably the more talented wrestler than John Cena, and it was like at that time he was not getting pushed, and like in a sense, CM Punk was trying to save wrestling from John Cena.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good point.
2025, he's kind of doing it again, although like you know what I'm saying. It was in 2011. It was CM Punk about to take the belt and leave the company. Mm-hmm. 2025, John Cena's about to take the belt and leave the company.
Yeah.
So, a lot of good parallels. The Doctor of Thuganomics or the Punkanomics thing.
That was the last thing that I thought he was going, because it was reports saying he was going to get him back tonight. And I was like, he might hit him with the good CM Punk, the low jabs. You know what I'm saying? This to your face and yada yada. But
honestly, I didn't. So, funny enough, I had watched some of the press conference earlier that day, which sent Twitter into a frenzy. I don't even know if I want to really get into that too much. And, it was already scheduled for him and John Cena to face off. And he, Mike Cole asked him, like, well, what do you have in store for, like, John Cena tonight? He was like, I think you'll want to stay tuned. Like, it's going to be something different. And there was, like, a smile on his face. And I had an idea. And mind you, SmackDown was also, like, since it was overseas, like, stuff was coming out during the day. So I kind of saw it. And I was like, well, it was spoiled. But still, ultimately, I waited till, like, the night came and, like, saw it. But when I had first saw, like, just a picture of him on my timeline, I was like, no way. I was like, there's only one other time I have seen CM Punk dress up as somebody else. And it is when Jeff Hardy got kicked out of WWE. So when I finally get to watch SmackDown and I'm watching it, and the funniest thing to me is watching him come out decked in Chicago gear. Hey, like he got a Chicago Bulls fitted on, a custom CM Punk Chicago Cubs jersey, the Fearless Ones, the jorts, and he got the knee pads down by his ankles, bro. I'm like, this.
You can't teach what they got, man.
Dog, this nigga came out looking like an undercover cop, bro.
He looked like Eddie Kingston.
Yo, he looked like skinny Eddie Kingston, dead ass. I'm like,
one weed, please. Thank you.
That shit was so crazy. But man, and I wish I had bookmarked. I think I did, but I just forgot it. But I wish I had bookmarked the whole, like somebody had put down the Punkanomics promo line for line, word for word. I'm just gonna say, like, it was masterful, and also, I feel like people are too over analytical with some segments instead of just enjoying them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I try like to, even though like we talk about this stuff, I try not to get in that space too much to where I'm over analytical. Because there are still things about wrestling that I like to enjoy. Yeah. Wrestling shouldn't always be like super serious. Like every match doesn't have to be a 5-star match. Everything doesn't have to be you know what I'm saying, I hate you, you hate me. Let's, you know, it doesn't have to be a super serious thing. So when I was watching the Punkanomics promo, like honestly, I was just like kind of belly laughing, bro. Like I think the last line was a little cringeworthy. I understand that because, like, you know, we kind of understand what the rap battle with Drake and Kendrick was about. So when he referenced it, I was like, I probably wouldn't have touched that. But other than that, like,
it was like good fun. Like it was like, yeah, you don't have to take this stuff seriously. Let's just have fun. Like,
I was in absolute stitches, bro, because I just couldn't believe he was dressed like that.
Oh yeah, that's like I said, that was the last thing on my mind.
It was like I really should have known because he had if you watch the press conference, he had a crazy smirk on his face when he was asked like, "Yo, how are you gonna respond?" Like, dog, he had the biggest smirk on his face, like. Yeah, like you niggas gonna love this. Like, just wait on it.
Just wait until 7:50. Wait until 9:50. I got y'all.
That shit had me crying, bro. Oh, all right. So before we review Night of Champions, wanted to cover some injuries. Unfortunate, they stink as always. I think last time we were on, we had already talked about the Liv Morgan one. That's gonna be a couple months. Yeah. She's already started rehab from what I've seen. Prayers to her. Dominic said he had like a rib injury. He is still on TV, temporary, but it did cause the AJ Styles and Dominic match to be pulled from Night of Champions.
Man, you can't fool me. I know what's going on. Hey AJ.
No, I think he really is injured because I don't think you would just pull that off unless one of them didn't want to go to, you know, which in that case is fine. But like, I really don't.
Listen, man, AJ. You're going to lose to Logan WrestleMania. Well, guess what, buddy?
He's still giving you the
You're going to be Grand Slam champion in your hometown. So just wait. Just settle in.
If they announce that.
Hey, man. You can't.
The card is already it's shaping up. I ain't gonna lie.
It's only 2 matches so far. We got it next week.
I like the 2 I've seen.
Hey, listen. You can't fool me. I know what's going on. AJ, you know what I'm saying? Just we'll have your family ringside. You know what I'm saying? Just... You're gonna lose to Logan Paul, but guess what? We got you, buddy. We got you. Because you know what? Because listen, you don't want to go to Jacksonville. You don't want to go down there with those busters. You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy. Chad Gable, believe it's a shoulder injury. He actually had successful surgery today. Saw the picture before I came in. Does not mean El Grande Americano is injured. Apparently, we will get to that later. But just a little spoiler alert.
I love wrestling, man.
Yeah, wrestling is hilarious. Night of Champions. We're going to go chronological order, of course. Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. Man. Don't you love when professional wrestling is just professional wrestling, bro?
Hey, man, just listen, man. I know.
Like, sometimes it don't got to be, you know, a bunch of moonsaults, a bunch of suicide dives, all that. And that's not, obviously, all of that is wrestling. But I mean, like, when professional wrestling is just professional wrestling. Yeah. And it's 2 guys throwing a couple punches, doing some holds, you know what I'm saying, selling.
Shout out to selling, man. Some good back bumps, you know what I'm saying?
Man. So you remember a couple weeks ago when we were in here and we were talking about the Kenny Omega and Okada angle, and I had mentioned Randy Orton. And I was like, you know, Randy done had back fusion. So anytime like he, you know what I'm saying, gets slammed, like it really looked like
he broke his back.
Yeah, like it looked like this nigga might need to be going home. Yo, Randy went for a superplex, like maybe not even a full 5 minutes into the match.
It was like one of the first.
I said, yo, like, is this nigga all right? I'm like, Randy, you don't have to do this. You do not like.
The match just started, bro.
The match just started, but I want to say this. I like the story that they told in the short time that the matchup had come to form, because obviously it's a tournament matchup. Like, you're not really like, there's a story there, but in terms of the story that you're telling on TV, like, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, it's minimal.
Yeah, because this was like only like a week.
Yeah, like Cody had won his qualifying match on Monday, and that made the match official. Yeah, so obviously there. In a sense, the story was already there because there's history between the 2 competitors. Like,
2 like best friends, legacy, yada yada.
So there's an expansive story that they told on TV. already just based off the history between those two, but also the story that they told in the background of, Randy Orton was in the finals last year, and we saw it on screen. Technically, he didn't lose that match. Like, his shoulder was up when they counted the 3. Yeah. So I like the story that they told where it was like, not only am I seeking like redemption for like last year, but also like I got to get retribution for like what John Cena did to me in my hometown. Mm-hmm. And also the story with Cody Rhodes, and I think I tweeted this out while the match was going on. If you remember a couple weeks ago when Cody Rhodes had came back, and this was like before Money in the Bank, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe after, he had said like, I learned my lesson. He said, John Cena, I'm never going to hesitate with you again. But, you know what I noticed in that match with Randy Orton? A lot of people were saying it's like heel tendencies that he was showing. I was like, no.
No, we ain't got there yet.
I was like, no, we're a long way from Cody Rhodes' heel turn. It wasn't heel tendencies at all. Cody Rhodes said he wasn't going to hesitate. And also over the past 2 weeks when he was trying to tell everybody, why when it came to ring was important to him, people wouldn't let him get a word in. But he told John Cena he wasn't going to hesitate with him. But that also meant, like, I'm not taking no prisoners along the way either.
Oh, yeah. I got to win no matter.
Yeah, like, I got to win no matter the cost.
Yeah.
Cody didn't, like, do anything nefarious or, like, cheat to, like, get an advantage.
Yeah, like, Randy took out the turnbuckle. He just capitalized off
that. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Randy was selling the back, so what did Cody do?
Targeted the back. That's not necessarily a heel thing. Good that is mostly what heels do. Yeah. But that's not a heel thing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a bad guy thing for him to, like, just target the back of Randy Orton. Like, he knew. And he also knew, granted, Randy, I guess, had, like, second thoughts. He also knew that, like, in his mind, Randy would do whatever it took to win. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Randy had second thoughts. He was going to punt Cody. Didn't punt him. Somebody got it. Cody just, like, somebody got to pull the trigger. Like,
yeah, that's because I was telling people, I was like, I hope, like, with this Cena heel run, I hope they take notes for this, see how we can do the Cody heel run, because some stuff isn't really clicking like that. So hopefully when they do turn Cody, like they take notes from what happened with Cena, because like the backlash with Cena, how this stuff is going, the long drawn out story angle, and him explaining everything. Even he said that on the interview. He was like, I didn't really like the explaining stuff, but it just had to be done. So I hope they take notes with this. Like this slow build up with Cody, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I don't know if it happens or like when it happens. I don't think now is the time. Honestly, I don't think within the next year is the time. Yeah. I think you do it whenever you notice crowd reaction starting to dwindle, which like really doesn't seem like soon, if we're being honest. Yeah, but yeah. But what I took from that match is like we are now, like Cody said, he's not gonna hesitate anymore. We are now in territory where like Cody understands, like, hey, like it's a dog eat dog world.
Even
bro.
in the post match conference, I'm gonna get my ball back. Like,
he said, I don't care who wins, I don't care if it's John Cena, I don't care if it's CM Punk, like. They holding that for me. Like I'm coming to get the ball.
I know I'm QB1 and QB1 finna get my shit back.
Yeah.
Like, listen.
Also, in the background of that, in the interview, like Randy's like looking up at Cody, and it's like I don't know how you do a Randy Orton heel turn in 2025 just because like he's so like popular everywhere he goes. But I do think it's inevitable only because the past year, not even just like when we saw it on Saturday, but like in the past year, like we've kind of seen, you know what I'm saying, Randy going to that place or like feeling like he got to go to that place.
The voices are in his,
Yeah.
Talking.
And my theory was, and this is when the Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Cody Rhodes stuff was going on. My theory was that like Randy Orton was gonna get tired of like people thinking he's soft, and you know what I'm saying, coming to the aid of his friends, and ultimately it was just gonna make him snap. That was my theory. Mm-hmm. I think we're getting close to that. I don't know necessarily how we get there, but we definitely saw a glimpse on Saturday.
Oh yeah, for sure. The only thing about that is now in 2025 with like with Drew, like Drew is like a heel, but he's just so Love as a character, you really can't boom. I think that's might happen with Randy, unless he just goes. What was that? 2020, 21 when he like beat up Big Show, Christian, Ric Flair. It would have to be something like that. I think to get
he has. If they're gonna turn him heel, he has to do something absolutely despicable.
To like somebody,
to the point where nobody,
yeah, to
like you cannot justify cheering for him.
Yeah, like he might.
Like I don't know if him just beating up on Cody Rhodes is gonna be enough, bro. Yeah. Because honestly, people want Randy Orton to win another championship. That's the real thing that's going on in the background, kind of like that's kind of what's keeping them popular, but also the fact that like, hey, we didn't know if Randy Orton was gonna be here like a couple years ago. Like it looked bad.
Wait a minute. Damn. Could Randy be Plan B? With that.
Are you talking about? No.
Nah.
No. We're gonna get to that later, but no.
I'm just like he has to do something so evil that like
not with the reception to that group currently. No,
because I'm thinking like
it's not enough.
Because imagine if Kevin didn't get hurt and he like punted Kevin. I think that would have got like a decent pop.
No, people would have loved it because Kevin Owens tried to end Randy Orton's career.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of like what could Randy do that would just. But yeah, I think it is coming though, because we know how Hunter likes to plan stuff out. So I'm just gonna sit back.
I will say nothing is impossible because for the past 2 years we have watched people choose Cody Rhodes over The Rock and over John Cena when it came to like a heel turn. Mm-hmm. So it's possible, but I think like I said, like the reaction was kind of split on Saturday, and again that's because like. We're at a stage where, like, we don't know how much longer we have Randy Orton. John Cena already on his retirement tour, but also, like, we almost didn't have Randy Orton after he, like, had that surgery. So, I don't know. We'll see. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel. A better match than I was expecting. I was
gonna say I was entertained. This was a good match.
Raquel has improved like greatly.
Yeah, maybe Raquel is like with Priest. She just fights better with people like her size and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So Rhea being a bigger opponent, Raquel get her moves off. She looks powerful, slamming up another powerful woman. So this was a good match. I forgot it was a street fight.
Yeah,
I was entertained.
So as good as the match was. I have one nitpick, and a lot of people that I saw on Twitter kind of agree with this. Why did you have Roxanne interfere if Rhea Ripley was going to win anyway? I don't understand that. I don't get it.
I think it helps with the storyline because like we saw last night, she was like, I tried to help you out last night. Like I'm trying to be on your good side. Like it's still because it made Rhea look good. It made Rhea look strong.
I kind of get that. Okay.
Because it was just the trash can. That was the only thing, right? The trash can, like put her head on the trash can.
So
I know Roxanne
jumped on her back.
Yeah.
Ran around.
Tried to get a Hurricane Rana.
Yeah, tried to get a Hurricane Rana. Failed. Rhea Ripley threw the trash can over.
Kicked her.
Did a Shining Wizard to the trash can. We didn't see Roxanne again.
Yeah. So I'm not mad at that because it shows that Roxanne was trying to help. She's like trying to get on Raquel's good side, and then it make Rhea look strong. Like, hey, I beat a powerful dominant woman with some help. So. Yeah, put me in the title picture. We're going to talk about that later. But, I'm not mad at it, It's the storytelling I'm trying to do with Roxanne with this, the live injury. So, I'm not mad at it. I can see why you people will be mad, but I'm going to just let it ride out.
I can understand that. Because I thought, and like you said, we're going to talk about it later, I thought Rhea Ripley was, like, firmly in, like, side quest mode. And maybe that changed because of, the Liv Morgan stuff. Uh-huh. But, yeah. Also, A+ for the table spot. I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at it. I was looking at the table sitting on the top rope. I was like, yo, like, this gonna break while they up there? Like, I was legitimately scared.
Shout out to the ref for holding the table, man.
I was like, yo, maybe y'all shouldn't be doing it. But once she got the rip tied off, I was like, oh yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah. So A+ for finding a new, I don't know if it's new, but an innovative way to use a table other than the conventional methods of using the table. Solo versus Jacob. Not gonna lie, I took a lot of things from this match. One, I was incredibly wrong about what this United States Championship run will be for Jacob.
And we both was wrong about Hikulele.
Oh yeah, we both was wrong about Hikulele for several reasons. But also, Solo looked pretty good in this match. I won't lie, like it's some of the best I've seen from him in a while. Like confidently, I can say that. So. If we get that level of work, I don't mind him being the United States champion. But again, my biggest thing was no matter who was champion, I don't want the United States championship revolving around two people. And I don't know if that's where this is going. And I hope that like the United States Championship is like defended on a semi-consistent a consistent basis actually, because champions in WWE typically don't defend as much, which is a problem.
Yeah.
Or at least world champions. Let me say that. But with that being said, the bloodline stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie. You was asking for this. You said SmackDown needs a bloodline story, much like it did in like 22, 23, 24. I don't know if I agree. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of wasn't feeling this as much as I thought as much as people thought I would. You know, being a Secretary of Defense for Bloodline Universal.
Bloodline Universal is crazy.
Dang, man, like I'm kind of not liking how they did the Jacob turn at Money in the Bank. Like him beating up Solo, I think I would have had Solo do something to Jacob that probably would have set it over the edge more. Like that probably would have gave us some more reason to cheer for Jacob. And then now you have like Jimmy. Now, like you said, now we're throwing Jimmy in the mix. You know, are we getting like some more Civil War stuff coming down the line?
Man, oh look, that shit just don't hit like it's used to. I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't. Like, but I guess that makes sense because you know, if you break them up, what are you gonna do? Like you gonna have.
That's the problem. That's why I said I was thinking this in the back of my mind when they started hiring all them after WrestleMania 40. I said like, what's the end game after? Realistically, there are. Aside from Roman Reigns, there's 2 people who can probably survive outside of Bloodline storylines. And that would be Jacob, and that would be Solo. I'm not counting the Usos stuff because obviously they were what they were before the Bloodline. So, yeah, outside of Roman, the Usos, how does everybody else survive outside of Bloodline?
Like, you could, like, I don't
think... why do you keep hiring these people?
They haven't done a good job with the Tonga brothers and like their tag matches to make them look like a good tag team. Like obviously they have chemistry, but they haven't let them get off like that. You know, with the character work. You know, because like we know Tonga can talk. You know, Tonga Loa can talk. They both have good charisma and chemistry, but they just haven't let them get off like that. Because Solo has been the mouthpiece.
Yep.
Now with Tala Tonga, I think he probably could do some good stuff being like a dominant big man, but it just. They're kind of got them on a chain now because you're not letting them get off like that. Because like even now, you look back I'm a Solo fan. He's hilarious.
No, I get it.
Like the post conference was hilarious. Like his charisma is great. Like he fits in perfectly. But we didn't see that with Roman. He was just a silent guy, didn't talk, just nodded his head.
Yeah, I would say this. Like when people say, I guess Solo doesn't necessarily like. He's not over or doesn't. I don't agree with that. If you want to talk about somebody's like wrestling ability, that's totally different. Solo as a character absolutely is like over in terms of like being a heel and all that. Like once they stop trying to make him Timu Roman Reigns and they let Solo go out there and be Solo, like his character really shined through, bro.
Yeah.
Like granted, I still think like Jacob is like the one from the bloodline, but like I get what people mean when they say, when you talk about wrestling ability, but when it comes to like character,
he's up there.
Solo has absolutely shined through, bro.
Yeah.
So I want to give him credit for that. Like I don't want anybody to think I'm knocking him for that, or I don't think anybody should be knocking him for that. Let me say that. But it's just, why are you hiring all these people just to solely exist in the Bloodline universe? And the real problem with this is they're trying to do it in a way where, like, if you're in proximity to the bloodline, people should just, like, automatically know about you, boo you, whatever. The reason why Jacob's debut worked so well, the first night we seen Jacob, and I can't remember if this was in Chicago or if it was in the Garden. I think it was in Chicago. Jacob took out Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens.
In like one...
in a span of, like, three minutes. He took out all 3 of them. Everybody already knew as soon as they seen that. Or everybody who wasn't familiar with his work.
They knew this was...
They knew once they seen him take out 3 of the top dogs, like, yeah, this is the real deal. And this isn't a knock on Jacob. Obviously, like, Jacob's, like, a rising star, but, like, what is supposed to make us interested in Haikuleo or Tala Tonga as he's going by? Like, what's supposed to make us interested in him?
Yeah, then him beating up Jacob really it didn't hit like it should have been hit, I think. But yeah, I just hope I don't.
It didn't move me, bro. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It didn't move me because like I'm a huge fan because like I'm a bloodline guy, but this just didn't hit to me for some reason.
I didn't understand. Like I just. Also, I'm not a fan of like the belt being a
centerpiece for the like.
I don't want to say center. It's another word, and I've used this before. But I'm just not a fan of a plot device. I'm not a fan of the belt being a plot device for like you know what I'm saying, a deep-seated rivalry. And I know that doesn't necessarily make sense since like wrestling is for championships, but there's a difference in me putting the belt on somebody and they're going to have a good reign and they're going to face a lot of quality opponents, and me putting the belt on somebody, I'm going to give you 1 to 2 title defenses, and then I'm gonna give it to somebody else to try to further a story. Like, I'm not really a fan of that.
Yeah, because I think like that Jacob and Damian Priest match, that probably would have been a good.
I was here for that. I wanted to see
that
it.
would have been good. You could have like
wanted to see.
You could have had like Jacob like beat Priest on some bullshit, and then like he like, all right, I don't need y'all help, bro. Like, can y'all just leave me alone? Let them fight again. Then maybe Priest wins. That gives us Jacob versus Solo. Then maybe we get Solo as a champion. So yeah, I'm not. It just.
I just think I have more of a problem with it because I know like how Bloodline stuff has gone the past few years. Once you are stuck within the Bloodline storyline, you are stuck. And we talked about this a couple weeks ago that somebody pointed out. SmackDown, and maybe this will change because SmackDown is going back 2 hours, but SmackDown is like sectioned off, bruh. Once you in beef with somebody on SmackDown, you in beef with that one person, as opposed to Raw, where like you beefing with like 4 or 5 different people. When you in beef with somebody on SmackDown, that's it, bro. Tiffany Stratton did beef with Nia Jax right now, and she beat Nia Jax like 5 months ago, bro. Nia Jax has not beaten Tiffany Stratton one-on-one, but somehow Nia Jax is about to get another shot at the Women's Championship. I don't get it. Yeah. I don't understand. I don't get why they're doing it. It's tired, bro. Well, I don't know if it's a TKO call. I don't know if it's Dwayne call, bro. Like,
Rikishi, they heard you.
Yeah, all that crying Rikishi did.
Well, I hope since we said that, I hope it's really just them 3. I guess like now it's Jacob, Solo, and Jimmy. That probably could work out some. Now we get.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this was gonna happen. I think you know what I think is gonna happen, because it's a draft coming up, and I don't know how much more you could do with Jey Uso on Raw. They gonna wrap whatever Jey Uso doing with I'm calling them the Vision. They still don't got a name. They gonna wrap whatever he doing with them. He gonna go to SmackDown. They gonna reform the Usos. That's 3. The other was it Tonga? Not Tonga Loa. Tama Tonga gonna come back. That is 5 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Because there's the Tongas, Tyler, Solo, Jeff Cobb.
I forgot about Jeff.
Yeah, says a lot. Gonna reform the Usos. You got 2. You got Jacob. They're gonna get them 2 more. I'm blanking on who the other 2 are. I think one of them are absolutely bloodline involved. It's not gonna be Roman Reigns. It's not gonna be on that scale. There's no reason for Roman Reigns to be involved in any of that anymore. He won the Tribal Chief title, which is also why this is confusing. What power does Solo have over anybody once he lost to Roman Reigns? But yeah. Yeah, just know that this is going to result in the Usos being reformed some way, somehow. Whoever the other 2 are involved.
Well, I've been seeing like little plot devices of Tama Tonga. He's kind of siding with Jacob, so he might join, I guess, Team Jacob.
And then it'll be 4-4. I mean, yeah. I could see it.
And then the longest debut in history, Zilla. Who knows when he's going to pop up?
Yo, listen to me. It's not enough jumping Samoan spike clips in the world to convince me that nigga is ready for the big leagues. I heard what he be doing on the Indies, bro. Do not hire that nigga. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Like that story Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes told on Cody podcast about how Ryback went to the Indies and he was like charging crazy rates.
Yeah.
Yeah, they they said that's what Zilla be doing. Do not hire that nigga, bro. I'm so dead serious. Do not hire that nigga. I will be upset.
I'm here for it. I just hope they just fix the storyline. Now, maybe SmackDown being 2 hours helps them out, we see now it kind of, it kind of is no brand split, I thought we was getting a draft announcement last night, but that didn't happen. So
I think it'll be either before SummerSlam or after.
It gotta happen soon.
It'll happen because the rosters aren't necessarily balanced right now. And first off, SmackDown going back 2 hours is going to help tremendously. Because I say this often, the issue with SmackDown and why it kind of feels like a slog is when the draft happened in 2024, Raw was a 3-hour show.
They had, 3 picks to every 2 pick? SmackDown
Yep.
had? Yeah.
So the rosters weren't necessarily balanced, and it didn't matter because it was a 2-hour show. So it was only so many people you necessarily needed to see. When SmackDown became a 3-hour show, it's like, well, all these people ain't ready for TV like you think they are.
Yeah.
You just draft them in there because you need some bodies just in case, like, you know what I'm saying? You need somebody to eat a pin, help build momentum for somebody, whatever. Now that it's going back down to 2 hours, it's going to be a more cohesive show. The roster number that they have now is going to be in line with the show time. Mm-hmm. Everything's going to be fine. Now, what they do after the draft, I don't know, because Raw isn't 3 hours anymore, but like because it's on Netflix, it can be flexible. It can be 2 hours and 30 minutes. No, it could be 3 hours.
It could be 2 hours.
Depends on what the show calls for that night. But for the most part, they've leaned towards like 2 hours and 30 minutes. So I expect the draft to be eerily similar to how it has been the past few years, but not super similar. But I think going back to 2 hours benefits SmackDown greatly, and I think we'll see that for sure Friday. Cross versus Sammy. Good old Karrion Kross legacy game, man.
Like I said on Twitter, Cross.
let me know what you thought.
Cross, you was down 2-0. You was showing momentum, you know what I'm saying? Then, we saw some game footage. One looking too bright, but in my opinion, I think you did what you had to do. It wasn't a bad match. The booking of the match, the production of the match, kind of questionable. Took some back spots. That was
a funny thing on Twitter. I guess somebody lied and said he doesn't take back bumps.
That was the power of the IWC.
He took like
is hilarious.
10 back bumps in that match, bro.
Hey, listen, man. IWC is just hilarious, man. You just gotta love it, and even though you gotta hate it. But yeah, listen, man. Sammy can walk around Saudi Arabia with jewelry on, whatever you want to do. I don't care what you do. You're not having Sammy lose. Then you got we got a thing going on with Sammy in Saudi Arabia. Like I said, you just can't have him lose. He's the king over there. No pun intended. I'm not. It was a decent match. I think Sammy carried a little bit.
I do too.
Yeah. Like I said, questionable spots. The ending, a little confusing. And like we said, shout out to the 3 count on being
dog
to be in the sleep.
You know how badly I wanted that back in WWE.
Yeah, bro.
Like they do it. I believe they do it in AEW if I'm not mistaken. Or I think I've seen it a couple times. But I think it resonates with me because I used to play SmackDown vs. Raw like 06, 07, and they used to have it like 1, 2. You played a little mini game. Yeah. But I was just like, on top of that, I'm like, why take out something that adds like extra drama to the match?
It's probably a big match thing because the last thing I remember is I think it was Cena and Triple H, WrestleMania 22. They had that I know Triple H tapped out. I don't know if they did the spot thing with it, but yeah, that was like the last time I remember it. But yeah, it just adds to so much level to the match. So maybe they bring it back. They're slowly bringing back stuff that we used to love as fans. The one fall thing.
Look,
that's
literally
coming back.
when it was happening with Sammy, at first because to this point we just hadn't seen it in a while. So I'm like, damn, he finna drop his hand. This shit's over. He dropped his hand. I was like, oh. In the building ring, I said, oh, it's back. Like you said, it adds an extra layer of drama, bro. Sometimes you just have to let wrestling be wrestling, bro. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to keep stuff, bro. You got to stop trying to. And I find that WWE does that sometimes. They try to separate themselves from everybody else and be something different. No, bro. You can call it sports entertainment, but ultimately you are professional wrestling, bro.
Yeah, you still got to put on a good wrestling show.
Yeah, do professional wrestling shit, bro. That was professional wrestling shit. That shit made the match a ton better to me.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately. And to answer any questions about Cross, I thought, like, I didn't see anything, like, spectacular, but, like, I felt like he showed he was serviceable.
Yeah. Then I seen, like, the clip he posted. Somebody was like, oh, why did Sammy win? And yada yada. I'm just like, bro, you can't have, like, it's obviously a long plan for Cross. Like, you just can't have him beat Sammy, and then what? He's just gonna keep beating Sammy. Like, a story has to be told. Like, he finally got his PLE match. You know, let's knock some kinks out. Like I said, it was a kind of questionable produced match. You know, the ending kind of confusing. Like, we know the haluva kick is like his signature move, but it's still. I think something else should have been happening. You know, maybe Sammy wins on like a roll up or something like that. But Cross, you proved your point. You know what I'm saying? Like we said a couple weeks ago, when the bell rings, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like Adam Cole told you, just ring the bell, man. just ring the bell.
Yeah, they do all this to make you feel special. You know what they do for me? Ring the freaking bell.
I don't need the hot wife and the smoke. So man. Yeah, man. You know, I'm still excited to see Cross, what they do with him. Like I said, man, you gotta show us something.
I was like, he showed me enough to show he was serviceable. I didn't expect like a 5-star classic, but he showed me enough to show he was serviceable. Jade versus Asuka, Queen of the Ring finals. All hail the Storm, brother.
Until you suckers out there, I told you.
Yeah, man. First off, Asuka still looks great. People were like overly critical of how the match ended, and I watched the clip a couple times. First off, I watched the match live and was like, oh, like big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jade just got a little overexcited and rolled onto the floor when she pinned her. But like, what?
That's kind of what she does. She normally does that.
But like I guess she rolled over, like she ended up on her back, and instead of like normally what she does, she just leans back. Yeah. So I guess people were like, oh, what was that ending? I was like, bro, like I watched it like 2 or 3 times because what's the dude's name on Twitter that tweets about everything? Big Biz.
Oh yeah.
He tweeted out, he was like, bro, the ending to that Jade Cargill Asuka match. I was like,
industry plan, man. I'm not fooling with it. They can't fool with it.
Yo, I'm watching the video. I'm like, she pinned her. All she did wrong was just, you know what I'm saying? She looked like she was probably overexcited.
Yeah, like
granted, this is the biggest thing she's achieved. I mean, she was a tag team champion, but it's the biggest singles accomplishment she's had since she got there. Like, God forbid she a little excited. Like, yeah, like
it ain't like she had her shoulders off the match or something like that. So
I'm like, dog, you never seen somebody like.
I just love to complain, man. What I get, you know what I'm saying?
I'm watching it. I'm just like, bro.
End of the month, rent due tweets got to be put out, man. You
know? But. Regardless of all that, I personally enjoyed it.
Like it was a good.
To me, Jade has gotten better each and every time she has been in the ring.
Yeah. I'm glad it's starting to show off. It's starting to show. And then, bro, Asuka just came back like 2 weeks ago. You just can't have her like beat.
I mean, you could have, but I ain't gonna lie. So briefly, I did think that because Asuka and Io Sky is low key a good direction to go.
But
so briefly, I did think Asuka was gonna win because I know like Triple H loved Joshi's, bro. Like I know, like I was
freak.
I was like, hey, bro, like Triple H ain't never shied away from putting that light on Io, on Julia, on Asuka, on Kyrie. I'm like, hey, he might push the button.
It's still gonna happen. Like, you know.
Oh no, it's still gonna happen some way, somehow. But I wasn't sure. I was not sure. I was looking at it like, damn, does Jade win tonight? Like, I really didn't know.
Because the crowd's been pro Asuka since she came back. So I wouldn't really expect this type of love.
It ain't even the crowd, bro. Listen, bro. I'm finna start a petition for them to stop sending black wrestlers overseas, bro. Cause I'm so tired of y'all treating our queens like that, bro. Shout out to Jade getting that get back on the way back.
Your mama,
nigga. Said, boo your mama. Goddamn right, Jade.
Her saying that in a country where they don't respect women is so...
Dog, that shit, hey, dog, no cap.
Jada, please run. Leave, go.
That shit was a risk. I know some niggas in the crowd like, never mind. I'm not gonna do it.
Do you know where you are, lady?
Yeah, you know where you at, nigga? You know where you at, nigga?
You know. Jada, please, just keep running. Just keep running, bro. Just keep running, bro.
Shawty said, boo your mama. You goddamn right, Jade.
But please, keep going. Just sing.
Oh.
This ain't America. I know we hate the place, but listen.
Okay.
We got some good stuff over here, right?
You know?
You can't show your wrist over there.
That's just crazy.
Bro, did you catch that? I think, dang. It was it was Alexa and Charlotte talking. And, like, they didn't have on, like, the prop. I don't know. It may have been an old video, but I don't know if
It was backstage.
But was
Talking
it?
on Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was backstage. Oh, somebody said, like, that somebody
was like, this might have been pre-recorded because, like, they don't. I think Charlotte had on, like, kind of a see-through. Like, you could see, like, her.
Oh.
I gotta find a tweet, but I was like,
Maybe.
wait a minute. Did anybody?
Maybe.
Let me check back. But yeah, like Alexa had on some kind of. It wasn't revealing, but it was just like you could see like skin. I don't know.
It could have been pre-recorded because, like, honestly, I wouldn't have sent no. Well, yeah, I wouldn't have sent nobody over there to record a backstage segment. To be honest with you, like, niggas, stay in America. We'll see y'all next week. So maybe. Main event, the headliner of our Night of Champions pay-per-view. What they taglined as The Last Dance. Very fitting since Punk is from Chicago. The Last Dance between Punk and John Cena. Man, I was watching the match. I'm just sitting there. I done jumped up a few times and started shadow boxing in front of the screen. Before all that, though, like, you know, I'm just, you know, I see the callbacks. You know, Punk coming in the ring with the Chicago colors on, like he had on when he was about to dip in 2011 with the belt. Sits in the middle of the ring like he did in 2011. I'm sitting there like, yo, like. First off, before the match, I was like, yo, I think Punk winning the belt tonight, bro. Like, legitimately, I really felt like that. Like, more than I felt it with any of the last two things John Cena's done. I was like, yo, like, Punk really walking out of here with this shit tonight.
There is a chance.
Like, I had a feeling. Listen, bro, watching that shit was a spiritual experience.
Man, listen.
Listen, it's something about knowing your GOAT still got it, bro. And I felt like very vilified watching that match, knowing, because a lot of people was like, "Oh yeah, this shit gonna stink. Like, these niggas old. Like, have you seen what Phil Brooks been putting on TV with Drew McIntyre? I know niggas ain't too fond of like Seth Rollins and CM Punk, but like, have you seen what them niggas been putting on TV? Did you see what CM Punk did with Sami Zayn? Did you see what John Cena and CM Punk did in the Elimination Chamber? I know this shit gonna be good, and I was justified, nigga. Dog, niggas in that bitch wrestling, nigga.
For some odd reason, I decided to grill on Saturday. You know, like, so I got done right on time. You know, black moms, they don't play about that kitchen. You better clean that kitchen up. Mm-hmm. Had some dishes in the sink. Anthony, come clean this kitchen. Listen, mom, I can't pause this.
It's two hoopers on right
Listen, man. I got two goats in there. I've never seen this again. The bitches can wait. I didn't say that, but in my head, that's what I was thinking.
Man.
But listen, man, Unk still got it, man. You know, this was like, this is like KD and LeBron still going at it, man. They still got it, man. Y'all ain't got to leave. Y'all can't leave me just yet, man. KD can still drop 30. LeBron can still give me 20, 8 and 8. This was just.
Hey, shout out to Saint, one of my favorite editors. I follow him on Twitter. He tweets out the Lightning McQueen meme when he pulled his arm over and he's smirking. I'm like, exactly, dog. So listen, I know everybody wasn't a fan of the run-ins and it kind of ruined the match for them. First off, I want to go on wax and say that shit didn't ruin nothing for me because all of it made sense. It wasn't a nigga coming down the ramp with a custom hardcore championship with Fiend playing. It was a bunch of niggas that made sense.
Who fit the storyline.
Who
all got beef with each other.
Who all fucking hate each other. So it made sense to me, goddammit.
Hey, man.
But you know what the best part of that match was for me, aside from the wrestling? And that's where bro tweeted out that meme. This nigga John Cena lifted up Bronson Reed. I said, he still got it, nigga. I said, he still fucking got it. Bronson Reed is almost 400 pounds, nigga. I ain't seen John Cena lift nobody like.
Listen, man, I know John Cena probably can bench press or deadlift.
Yeah,
but the way just yes.
Man. He picked up Bronson Reed. I said, I hopped up out my seat. I said, oh, this nigga still fucking got it, nigga. Like, I forgot he was a heel for a minute, bro. I was like, yo, like. Dust settles on that shit. Oh, by the way, Penta's funny as fuck for getting this shit in before he run down to the ring. I just want to say that. Penta
Jeff Hardy, you can sleep now.
Dog, that nigga Penta's. All right, bet not go.
Wait a minute.
Get this shit in, bro.
Smooth operator. Okay, I'm good. Let's rock. Let's get to it, man.
Yo,
bro. Then I finally got my wish of a Charles Robinson run in, bro. Thank you, wrestling God. I finally got my wish.
Yo, Charles Robinson be going through it.
Listen, man. I was like, bro, all of these, bro, we done had bloodline bullshit, all this bullshit. We done had run-ins, and we never got a ref just running down. I just wanted to see, man. Like, I'm cool with the camera angles, like ref, I know it, but we finally got a ref running. Like, just show us a ref running in, man.
Hey,
like,
bro, listen. I'm glad Charles Robinson okay, because I thought that nigga was dead. John Cena lifted this nigga off the ground. He started running down to the ring.
Bro, the best part was Charles looking straight. He don't like usually you be like, all right.
Dog, he tunnel vision running to the ring, bro. Ramp kind of long as hell, won't lie. Running to the ring. You don't even like. Nowhere does it cross my mind that somebody's gonna knock this nigga the fuck out. John Cena just come out of nowhere. Boom.
Another good callback. Another good callback.
I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, hello. I'm like, is Charles Robinson all right, bro? Like, that nigga kind of old. Like, that nigga's been around for a minute, bro.
Well, he won't be in Rush Hour 3.
Dog.
I'm with the bush. Then, like, the Punk with the whole, bring another ref down here, man, and boom. Burn it. I was like, yes.
So, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I have I ain't gonna say a critique, but I was looking at that shit. I was like, so this nigga ain't come here to cash in, bro. He wearing a fucking suit. He ain't wearing no gear or nothing. This nigga ain't come to cash in for real. Like, what the fuck does this nigga have a suit on, bro? Like, I'm just looking at him walking down. I'm like, my nigga, you came to Saudi Arabia to cash in.
You came down dripped out, bro.
You came in a fucking suit, dog. You ain't even.
At least put in your all white gear.
Dog, you ain't had no tights on or nothing. I'm like, all right, bro, you not serious about this shit. You're not serious about this shit. Oh, the end of the match.
Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I thought Punk got it, man. I thought Punk was finna walk out that bitch with the title, bro.
I thought we was finna see a double turn, to be honest. So, they shake hands, they hug. I'm like, oh my God, we got babyface Cena back. Let's go. Nigga put the look on his face, the same look he had when he slimed Cody Rhodes. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. Nigga tried to kick Punk in the nuts. Punk was like,
Pump that. I watch game film.
Nigga said, yeah, like, I watch film, nigga.
Another remember
Picked the foot up, was finna GTS him. Seth Costa. And listen, bro. If nothing, first off, I think I said this already. I like the Randy Orton stuff that John Cena did. But to me, this has been going on for about a month, right? With him and CM Punk?
About 3 or 4. We had about 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. So roughly a month. He should be extremely proud of how this particular part of his retirement run went down.
Yeah, this was great. This was the flip we needed. We hit the halfway point. Now people should feel a lot better about this now.
Yeah,
I know. I think he might take 3 weeks off. So
they say his next scheduled appearance is July 18th. It is July 1st, so not too long.
Yeah, let him get his rest in. You know what I'm saying? Let him get some 2K. Let him get some VC back up. You know what I'm saying? Probably do some more press runs. Yeah.
But he should be extremely proud of this part of the run.
And
to that point, CM Punk should be proud of this too, because CM Punk said on the Netflix premiere in the press conference, he said, like, I'm gonna bring the best out of you no matter what. And this is the reference to Seth Rollins. He's like, I'm gonna bring the best out of you no matter what. Like, he brought the best out of John Cena. Mm-hmm. Every segment, the match, like all of it. It is far and away the best stuff that we have seen from John Cena. And again, I like the Randy Orton stuff personally, but it is far and away the best stuff we saw from the John Cena retirement run so far. So
this could be like one of the feuds of the year. Like, it's been great.
It could. I do hate that. Like, I wouldn't, because John Cena had said in the interview, like, they've done a couple like pivots in this retirement run. Mm-hmm. Like, I wouldn't mind if you ran it back again. I wouldn't mind if you found a way to
just give me one more scoop, please. Just one more.
You know what I'm saying?
Your boy up Chipotle.
I honestly, before Seth even had got involved, and I was like, even if Punk don't win, I was like, we got to find a way to like get him. We got to find a way to get Punk, Cena, and Rhodes in the same ring at SummerSlam. That's the wave I was on prior to like the Seth stuff being.
Yeah, that's the draw right there. Like if you want to make SummerSlam WrestleMania Part 2, that's the draw. Like people still kind of feel iffy about this Cody and Cena match. We gotta maybe better production. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how we get there. You know,
I will say I feel a little bit better for several reasons. One of them being something I read on the way here in the parking lot actually, and I will read it. Cody Rhodes says he wants to get fans who weren't satisfied with the main event of WrestleMania 41 to the finish line and SummerSlam next month. Start quote. But yes, SummerSlam, I don't want to go as far as making any promises, but I can tell you the goal with SummerSlam is if people felt a certain way about WrestleMania, I would put that all on my back and take all the credit and responsibility for perhaps not feeling satisfied. I'd like to get them to the finish line with SummerSlam. Very much looking forward to doing this dance again. I believe it. If nothing else, off the pure strength of who Cody Rhodes is, bro. Mm-hmm. Legitimately. I ain't never went into a Cody Rhodes match since he has returned and thought like he has half-assed me. He wasn't giving me all he got. None of that. Even with the Solo stuff, I feel like he got the best out of Solo at one point. He got the best out of Roman Reigns twice at 2 WrestleManias, and they didn't lock up at all during the year, which is insane to have that type of chemistry and only touch once a year.
Him and AJ, just
him and AJ,
phenomenal, no pun intended.
Got the best out of Randy Orton. Like I firmly believe for that reason that this next chapter of Cena and Cody will be a lot better than WrestleMania 41 was, and 41. And I've gone on wax and said like I liked the match up until like Travis Scott got involved. I thought there was a lot of good back and forth, you know. Mm-hmm. There's a chance here to add like a different layer. Obviously, there's probably going to be callbacks to whatever happened at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. But there's a chance here to add different layers and do it the right way. Yeah. So, if nothing else, I believe in it for that. And 2, John Cena's the GOAT, bro. like, come on, man. What are we talking about? But yeah. I firmly believe in this. Like I know you said people aren't behind it, and I've seen it. Like people aren't necessarily behind it. I am firmly behind this because, like I said, I know who Cody Rhodes is, and to a degree, I feel like I know who John Cena is, bro. Like
if we could just get like a memorable, a good build up, we should be straight. Because I'm trying to think of the WrestleMania build up. It didn't really. I'm trying to think of like some good highlights, but like with this Punk stuff, that was great. You know, Randy, like, it was lit on the Randy, the hometown aspect was there. So, I got faith in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully they learn their lesson.
I think the biggest thing, because they did have some good stuff on their WrestleMania tour. Like, I remember the promo in London was exceptionally good.
The
problem was...
I thought that was after the match.
Yeah, the problem is that Cena was, like, on a cold you people thing. Mm-hmm. And it felt like there weren't really times where he was necessarily addressing Cody up until, like I said, the London segment and then maybe the night before the first night of WrestleMania. And that was the problem. So I feel like this needs to feel personal. Yeah. And I do feel like it's there already. I do feel like it's more personal now.
As long as we keep, you know what I'm saying, the final boss out of it, I think we'll be straight.
Yeah. Like, it just needs to feel a lot more personal. It doesn't need to be, like, any third party involved. And we're good. Oh. Man, what a time. All right, so, man, we kind of did talk about how, because the next question on here was, how do we rate the farewell tour? I feel like we just went into that. I do want to ask, though, because I saw a video about this today. And, like, I think it was, like, Sam Roberts and CVV, and they had, like, different opinions on like, how it should end and, like, who the last opponent should be. What's the perfect ending for you? Or where do you see it going?
I kind of saw this this was, like, my complete dream fantasy booking. But I would have Cena retire with the title and then have it be up for the Royal Rumble. Like, have a new somebody. Has, like, the winner of the Royal Rumble wins the title in Saudi Arabia. Because I think that would make a lot of people are already iffy about like the whole Saudi stuff, especially with what's going on in the political world. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be a great way to just kind of get like a clean slate of what's going on. So yeah, I would have Cena walk away with the title. I don't know who he'll face, because he's probably gonna face Cody SummerSlam. I need him and AJ one more time.
Yep.
I'm trying to think who else he could face. I don't know if they said him and Randy were done with their feud, so I don't know. Just give me. I would think Cena walks away with the title and then had the title left for the Royal Rumble. That would be a lot of attention to what's going on, and then that would be a good draw for like the what's it like December to is the Royal Rumble in February this year, or like a good 4 weeks of just people putting
late January.
People a good month of people just putting their 2 cents into why they should be WWE champion. I think that would be good for the Royal Rumble.
So first off, Cena loses at SummerSlam. I think that's where it starts for me. I think you used the last few months of this year putting Cena on like a redemption tour and like building himself back up to the people. Yeah, building himself back up to the people, and ultimately, like I said, we'll probably see this play out. I think it comes down to he ultimately says like I made myself that way because I had not won in a while, which is true. Like up until like WrestleMania 41, Cena didn't win a singles match since like 2018, 19, one of those. Yeah, like it had been a minute. Do some, say some stuff like, I felt like that stuff made me a winner. Like deep down inside, I knew it was wrong, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you guys saw it, whatever, all that. Redemption tour, you just have him. I don't want to say play the hits because that would kind of imply that he's phoning in. And for what it's worth, I don't feel like he's been doing that on this run personally. That's just me. Have him play the hits, Definitely face AJ Styles. I think that he's due for that one. I heard Braun Breaker floated around as like somebody who should probably be his last opponent. Wouldn't hate it.
That's just I don't want.
I would have him.
That's just so Vince. But I wouldn't be if you want to get somebody over, yeah.
Yeah, see that, and that's my thing. Like I think his last match should be like getting somebody over for sure, because whether that's a heel or a babyface, I think it's largely important to like have that person like have that on their resume that they were the last person to beat John Cena. But yeah, I'll have him face AJ Styles along the way. I'll throw Gunther in there just to like, I don't know if Gunther like keeps the belt or what happens with the briefcase, because there's a lot going on with that. I'll throw Gunther in there and be like, hey, like, maybe I should try to win an 18th. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a bunch of different stuff you can do, like Gunther, AJ, Cena, not Cena, why did I just blank on the name like that? Oh my God. I just blanked on the name. Gunther, AJ. Oh, Drew McIntyre. That's what okay. Ooh. Gunther, AJ, Drew McIntyre. I'd throw Carmelo Hayes in there. Like,
I was going to say that, but that just seems so far stretched.
Yeah, probably. People who don't, you know what I'm saying? People who are good and would like benefit from like just being around John Cena. But also you got to keep in mind like the booking, whoever's the last person to beat John Cena, their booking has to be consistent with that. Like how Austin Theory beat John Cena like nothing came from it.
Nothing at all.
Like whoever is the last person to beat John Cena, because I don't think if John Cena wins on his last night on his way out, it has to be somebody that's already established. Mm-hmm. But if it's somebody you trying to take like to the next level, their booking needs to be consistent with the fact that, hey, like I just beat John Cena on his last night here. Like I'm the future.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's how I would like it to end. I don't know how it actually ends. We can get into that because it's gonna be all Raw. All right, Monday Night Raw. Good show last night.
Hey man, shout out to midday. Well, not midday, but shout out to early wrestling, man.
Yeah, like hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I went to the gym.
I thought I should have said something.
I went to the gym, but I saw you like text about it. I was like, what is he talking about? I was like, oh shit, this shit started at 6 tonight. As soon as I got done with the workout and got on the treadmill, I turned that shit on. In the middle of Sheamus and Rusev, by the way.
Oh boy, shout out to 12, 13, 30, man.
Yeah, man. So I did go back and watch the rest of it all the way through though. Rhea versus Io Sky at the top of the show was announced for Evolution. Io essentially stated she wants to face the best. Rhea's the best. I don't know how I necessarily feel about it, only because, and I said this earlier, I firmly thought Rhea Ripley was in like side quest mode, and like
that was even mentioned too. Like, did she focus too much on the title picture? I've seen that, I think, in the press conference.
Yeah, which is, again, I don't have a problem with Rhea Ripley being in big matches. I said this on our episode 9, 8, one of those. I don't have a problem with her being in them, but I was just kind of like, I thought she was firmly in side quest mode.
Well, maybe they can start it now. Maybe she loses at.
Yeah, I think
that this might be a good start.
Yeah,
because I did not see the vision of Liv versus Io at Evolution. I'm just not gonna lie.
Nah, I did. I absolutely did. Only because I have seen Io and Liv, I think, 2 times this year. Once at Saturday Night's Main Event.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't see it because they were throwing her against the Bella, one of the Bellas.
Oh yeah.
So that kind of threw me off.
But they said the card was like heavily built around like Liv Morgan, so like they had to scrap everything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I don't know how much was really, but yeah. So I kind of saw the vision. I won't lie to you.
I mean, it would have been a good match. I just didn't see the storyline behind it.
Honestly, I think they would have done it earlier though. I think that would have been a Night of Champions match.
Oh yeah, probably. Oh yeah, for sure.
So I don't know, but
her beating up Sane.
I did see the vision because those two
I just didn't see it, but now, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but hey, look, this is your biggest. This is the women's pay-per-view show. Mm-hmm. Had 2 of the top 5 stars just go at it.
I'm about to say, yeah, I can't be too mad because you do on a show like that. You do got to throw your heaviest hitters on. Yeah. As like
we don't want to see Charlotte, man, another title match.
Yeah,
so
no, absolutely not.
I
think I know what they're going to do with Charlotte. Funny enough, but yeah. So I'm excited about that. We get to see it live, obviously. Let me tell you, an EO Sky match live is heaven, brother. That I seen Bayley and EO at WrestleMania when I went.
No commercial,
absolute masterclass.
No Peacock commercial for us. So
yeah,
seated.
Absolute masterclass. Judgment Day is once again on top.
My boy beat the allegations.
Balor did.
No more Finn Balor.
Finn Balor did beat the washed allegations yesterday. Won't lie to you.
Shout out to IWC. He did it for y'all.
Yeah. Oh God. So
I was surprised. Like the crowd was behind the Judgment Day. So
I was like, wait a minute. After the pin.
I was like, wait a minute. Like Finn got a hot tag. I was like, wait a minute. Did I miss something? Like, do I got to go back in the archives? Like, what happened? This was a good TV match.
Great TV.
JD went off. You know what I'm saying? Kofi and
I was gonna say New Day proved they wasn't washed too.
Yeah, like this was a good TV match.
But on the subject of the New Day, as good as this match was, I do want to ask: did creative fail the New Day in this run? Because it kind of feels like it.
In a short sentence, yes. But
okay.
like I told y'all earlier, I just don't know if like the Big E stuff was guaranteed for him to return or what the angle would have been for that. I think that would have been that was your WrestleMania moment right there. New Day going for the titles. Big E comes out of nowhere, hurts them, but I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what happened with that. That just was the ball was dropped. So
I was kind of on a wait and see type thing with that, but yeah, it feels. And I think I've said this before. I know I texted you and Tyler about it today. I was like, it feels like you thought Big E was coming back, and then you found out he couldn't, and then you didn't have a secondary plan when he couldn't.
To me, he didn't have to wrestle. He just could have like grabbed a leg or something like that, just something small just to interfere with the match. But I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm not in the writers' room.
It's just like with an angle like that, bro. Like
because
I came out of that angle legitimately hating the New Day.
Bro, that was seen as one of the I've seen lists. That's one of the top 5 heel turns of all time. Like I've seen that on numerous lists since then. Like the moment was special. Like.
Dog.
We were right, like it was there, like everything was right there. They were going back and forth on Twitter.
I came out of that segment legitimately hating the New Day. And I just kind of feel like it feels like they're just like 2 ordinary bad guys on the roster now. Like
But yeah, I think they did fail. I think they did fail them because
agreed.
I feel bad even for the Viking Raiders. Like they put on good TV matches, and then like you just had them lose like that with just no. Game, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Because Big E, he was that man. You could have had him do something small, but yeah, just creative. I don't know what happened, but allegations was beat, so it was a good TV match. So I can't be too mad at it. But at least it's over now, because we thought we was getting Theory and Waller again or something down the line with that. So I'm glad it's over.
I was about to say, I am wondering what was going on with that because Waller has been hanging around in the past few weeks. Don't know what will come of that. I guess we'll see.
10 years later. Like
Sheamus versus Rusev.
My brother, you were right. The man he don't miss. The man banger after banger after banger after banger.
I stand firm on my point. That is the best TV performer the WWE's ever had. And again, there are two. It's funny. I posted the clip on TikTok from my last episode when I said that once. Like Sheamus.
I was gonna look for it too. That's crazy. Team chemistry, man.
Like I posted it and like people were in the comments. First off, somebody said nobody has asked me what the names were. Somebody said The Miz needs to be in the comments. Stop. Fucking stop. I like Mike The Miz as much as the next guy. It's not that conversation. Stop it. But nobody has asked me the names for whatever reason.
I'm gonna say Sammy. Sammy has been got. We got throw Sammy in there. I'm trying to think. It's just
funny because that's not who I was gonna throw in there, but I can accept that. So my answers or people who I would accept as counters to the Sheamus argument: Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, Shawn Michaels, and I will accept Sami Zayn as well.
We're talking like TV matches?
Purely TV, not overall, none of that. It's just those people. They have some of the most memorable TV matches that I have personally seen. Okay,
I would. I'm trying to think. Just like not being memorable, I would throw Ray in there. Ray is consistent on TV. Those three guys are good. I'm trying to think. You don't see a lot of like the TV. They kind of like killed TV matches over the years. I'm kind of upset about that.
And that's why
that was like the thing growing up was like you was getting good TV matches every week. So yeah, I would throw your list is good. I would throw Sammy. He always delivers. Prime Ray on TV was always great. Memorable. I would say just for the hell of it, Teddy Long, The Undertaker. That was always fun watching him on TV. But yeah, I would definitely Sheamus. He delivered again.
I think Sheamus is one of the best on TV ever. Honestly, truthfully. With that said,
The Miz. Get a load of this guy.
It's funny. Sometimes I gotta remember we a podcast page. Cause honestly, when Bruh said that, I wanted to comment and be like, "Are you dead ass, bro?" Like, he almost made me say something bad about The Miz, and I do not dislike The Miz like people like other like wrestling fans dislike The Miz. I do not dislike him like that. Like Miz is like I watched a lot of WWE growing up. Like Miz is largely associated with like most of the wrestling that I consumed growing up. So I don't want to say nothing bad about him, but like. Don't put people in conversations that don't belong in, bro. Please, please. Anyway, with that being said, Sheamus and Russo, we need about 6 more of them. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We need about 6 more of them matches. That shit was nuts. I think they went like 3 segments, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, they was going. I was for a minute. They still going.
It's funny because I think it was it's obviously the show where like people was in Saudi Arabia, so you wasn't using everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I was as they say, sports entertained. That shit was crazy, man. That shit was crazy. All right.
The laugh of the night.
Yeah, so we got some backstage stuff here. So as we stated earlier, Chad Gable is injured, out with a shoulder injury, had successful surgery. Best wishes to Chad. But El Grande Americano lives, brother.
Hey, man, you just gotta laugh at it, man. You just gotta laugh at it, man. Like,
and speculation. Listen, rumors have it that El Grande Americano is none other than Imperium's Ludwig Kaiser. If Imperium is still a thing, because I don't know what the fuck. Listen, bro. I don't know what it is.
Oh, man, bro. I love it.
I don't know what it is. Somehow I'm more entertained by this than I was by Chad Gable being Grande Americano. I won't lie.
Listen, man. When you think you're done, they just bring you back in on some bullshit, bro. You just got to laugh at it, man.
Dog.
Because you know what I'm saying? Ever since Hunter started running creative, little Easter eggs backstage, you know what I'm saying? Then, unfortunately, we be on Twitter a lot, so we see all the, the negativity. Where's Ludwig? Mm-hmm. Where's Ludwig? We haven't seen him on TV in 6 weeks, missing sign. he never should have talked to Tiffany or something, yada, yada, yada. Then, a couple of weeks, why is he in the background? What's going on? What's cooking back there? And then, what I'm saying? He was in one segment, I think, before. He was in a segment. He was in a different segment. He was backstage. And then, out of nowhere, just was like, what the hell? Is it? No way, bro. There's no way, bro.
Dog, that shit had me crying. Because I think what's so funny about it is obviously, like, El Grande Americano was, like, Chad Gable's stature. Like, short, you know what I'm saying? Kind of stocky, like, all this shit. This nigga walking the screen, big as fuck. The mask don't even look like it fully fit this nigga. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
Who was it? Ivy?
Ivy and the Creed.
They just was like, hello? Like, is that?
I was like, you want to give us any comment on what we... No comment.
My nigga, we can see. You know that, right?
I am crying, dog.
Did you get knee replacement surgery, brother?
Listen, man. The good news is obviously we're getting Ludwig Kaiser on TV. Supremely talented wrestler. I really had him slotted to be like Intercontinental Champion when he like first broke away from Gunther. Didn't happen for whatever reason. But yeah, I'm interested to see how they do this. I don't know if they play it the same way they played Chad Gable being El Grande Americano. I don't know if they do something different. I don't know what happens. But glad to have a Hooper back on TV.
I am intrigued.
Interested to see how it goes. Obviously, somebody tweeted like, you ever heard or seen the match Undertaker had with fake Undertaker, which I don't think it was Diesel, or it might have been Diesel. I don't know. No, because Diesel had a fake Diesel. Undertaker, it was like Undertaker versus fake Undertaker.
I know we had a Kane versus Kane.
Yeah, we had that too. Somebody was like, yeah, like SummerSlam, the niggas gonna be running El Grande Americano versus
El Grande Europino.
Oh,
right.
Listen, I am eager to see how they because obviously the story with Chad Gable was he can't beat luchadors.
But American Grande beats every luchador in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. But I mean, I don't think Ludwig really had problems with luchadors, if I'm not mistaken. I think he actually beat Penta, if I remember, like a couple months ago.
Yeah,
Penta. You know what I'm saying? He's beaten Sheamus before, like, So I'm interested to see are they going to carry out the same arc, or are they going to do something different? I'm interested. It's funny as hell, but I am interested.
You know what? Give me what's big for European? El European over as Walter, man. Just
imagine they changed the name, bro.
From the Gulf of Europe. Excuse me?
Imagine they changed the fucking name. Gunther, Goldberg. Listen, that video package moved me, bro. I won't lie to you.
Bro, I thought this out. Bro, the WWE can make anything like the greatest thing in the world, bro. I'm watching this like, we finna lose this nigga, bro. Goldberg can't leave us like this, man. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Bro, this man ain't been in a match in 5 years, bro. I was there, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar with that bullshit. I was there, Goldberg versus Kevin Owens with the bullshit. I was there, Goldberg, Undertaker with the bullshit. What are they showing us? This is like, you can't fool me, man. Like you said, man, I'm like, wait a minute. This is for WCW. 56-0, new world champion. He's beating The Rock.
Crazy, bro. That shit is crazy.
Like, bro.
You know what's funny? I watched the Goldberg match today. Like I said a couple months ago, I'm trying to like branch out and just like watch like different wrestling other than WWE. Turned on Peacock, pulled up an episode of WCW. Most of it was dog shit, by the way. But the main event was Goldberg versus NWO Wolfpack Sting. Ended in a no contest or whatever because racist man interfered. Not the point. I ain't gonna lie, I was watching that shit. I was like, damn, like I kind of wish, I was alive when that shit was around, but I'm not old enough to remember when like Goldberg was doing that shit in like '98. I was like, damn, like I kind of wish I was, there during Prime Goldberg. Like this nigga, they had crazy aura. Nigga was moving crazy. Nigga was doing leg locks and shit, bro. And in that moment, I thought to myself, how dare you niggas get on Twitter and say Logan Paul is better than fucking Bill Goldberg, bro? How dare you niggas? But that's not my point. The Gunther promo has me deeply moved, bro.
Listen, like you said last week, straight to the point, in your face. I believe it. Bro, I'm ready for this fight. I'm not gonna lie. If we get that video package that they showed last night in the arena at Saturday Night Main Event, I might just scream because I was hyped.
Listen, bro,
listen,
I am like 75% sure I'm walking in that bitch with the Goldberg shirt on that day, bro. And that's just gonna be what it is. I don't care if he's 58 or not.
Thank God I'm by the aisle because I might shadow box
Yeah,
I might just get up my seat and start shadow boxing for real.
But
when that when that door kicks open, man, it will be a pop. This match might be 5 minutes. I'm looking forward to it. WWE can make anything look great. The music, like I said, man, the Jim Ross commentary, WCW commentary, this dude was just Gunther. Why? No, you don't leave us right now, Gunther. You still got it.
I'm deeply moved, brother. I was
like, wait a minute.
But also in the segment, a lot of things happen here. Seth Rollins essentially comes out to like let Gunther know, like, I got the briefcase. Watch your back. LA Knight came back. We're getting Seth Rollins at LA Knight at Money in the Bank. Saturday night's main event.
I'm watching. You know, we've been to multiple events. The LA Knight impersonations are great. I was like,
elite.
Is this a fan? Like, what the?
He walk up behind him with the popcorn. He knocked the basket. He like,
is that a boy? Is that a boy from SummerSlam? Who I saw?
I said, oh shit.
He kind of close to Seth. They might want to. Where's security at? Yeah, dude.
Listen, the end of the segment is what moved me, bro. Punk chased Seth out the arena. He turned around. Gunther tried to grab this nigga by the arms. Punk, fuck off me, nigga. Push Gunther down to the floor.
Wait a minute. Is it happening?
Hey, listen. I need Gunther and CM Punk at SummerSlam like I need air, brother. I heard they was running it on the house shows the first time Gunther was world champion. Run that shit on TV. We need it.
Listen, man.
We need it, bro.
If EO and Oscar don't main event night one, that's what we got right there. They don't pull the trigger on Cody, Punk, and Cena triple threat. Night one main event, man.
You absolutely have to pull the trigger on that Gunther CM Punk shit, bro. I will say this because I don't see Gunther losing to Goldberg at all. That shit is over with, bro. The second run for Gunther is like supremely important because the first was
unfortunately,
it was a little unfortunate.
Hijacked by the Yeet Man, who unfortunately still has the motion, so we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Roxanne is officially Judgment Day. I like this because we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Liv is eventually going to come back to like a different Judgment Day, and I don't know if it's probably not going to play out the exact same way as the Rhea Ripley story did.
Yeah, I was worried about that
because you got to remember when that happened, Liv was like in the process of like taking Dom. She was still actively seeking revenge against Rhea Ripley, who was a member of the Judgment Day at the time. As opposed to this time, I mean, Roxanne was there when Liv left. She wasn't a member, but in a way, like Roxanne is helping out the Judgment Day, so it's kind of it's interesting to see where it goes, and also as opposed to last time. Well, no, I don't know. Dominic seems a little hesitant towards Roxanne.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, allegedly, yes.
Yeah, and as opposed to last time, he was kind of hesitant with Liv, but like we saw that played out ultimately on screen. Like he backdoored Rhea basically.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it feels like this time might be different because I think the way it was playing out in front of us prior to was like it kind of seemed like Finn wanted Liv and Dominic out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like, but Liv is definitely going to come back to a different Judgment Day, so that's interesting. Bayley and Lyra go to a draw, but women's wrestling is awesome. Just want to point that out. We obviously see where that's gonna go. A triple threat. I don't know if that's the. First off, actually, it should be. I think it should be the headliner to the Evolution pay-per-view. If you're not gonna do Rhea Ripley and
I would have Rhea and
But personally, I would have them open.
I would have them open
only because we have seen the match several times.
Yeah.
I would have them open. I would have the triple threat close the show.
Becky, make the call.
Make the call. Make the call.
God
Hey, they say Becky back there swing. They said Becky back there putting that motherfucker on the table, telling niggas how she wants shit to be done.
Hey, listen.
Salute.
She knows she hasn't missed yet. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Oh, home stretch. Sammy and Penta versus Braun. That shit's so funny. Yo, it is. Hey, CM Punk said that shit, it just stuck. I'm like, yeah, I'm absolutely calling them niggas Braun now. Why not? One's nigga's name is Bronson. One's nigga's name is Braun. They are Braun.
Give the group a name, or this is what you're rolling with.
That's the risk you run when you don't put some trademark shit on television. Obviously, to preface this, Sammy was attacked earlier in the night with a lead pipe. Went out there with taped up ribs. Great match, though, man. Great match.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, man, Sammy puts on for the TV. Penta, I don't know how long he got to be in the conversation, but he has been delivering on TV.
Listen, bro. It's funny. Somebody commented that, too. They was like, yo, give Penta a minute. Like, he might be like, I don't know, bro. Like, Penta a little, I mean, he could, but, like, he a little up there in age, but I don't know how many WWE contracts he going to get at.
Yeah, just give him.
He might get one more after this one, and that might be, right off into the sunset. You got to leave the game before the game leave you. Penta got a lot of wrestling under his belt.
Yeah, just give him one mid-card title run, tag team title run, and then I'll be satisfied.
That nigga's that. No, this the part of the match where him and Sammy do the little walk. I'm like, yo, like these niggas got so much fucking swag, bro.
The aura. I am entertained.
Yo, I be in the living room getting like entertained by these simplest shit that they do in the ring sometimes. Sometimes it don't always be like the, you know what I'm saying, the knives. It just be like, nigga, him and Sammy sitting in the middle of the ring, like, I said, what the fuck?
They entertainment.
I'm like, do you niggas know where you at right now? It's two killers outside the ring. Y'all here playing around.
Y'all finna get cut in half.
Yeah, y'all niggas are here playing around, bro. What the fuck?
That man, you got a man running 30 miles an hour spearing folks. If y'all don't get y'all asses back outside.
Oh man. Great match as usual. But prior to the match, this is what I really wanted to touch on. Paul Heyman said, Seth Rollins had essentially left, got on a jet, and he is formulating Plan B. I am under the impression that Plan B means they're adding somebody to the group. And I think I know who it is. I have one for sure that I think it is, and I have two possibles. Based off of just like how everything has been moving around on television and like what I've read. I think Ethan Page is the next one. Is the next man in the
he should be. But the Plan B struck a nerve, you know what I'm saying? A little PTSD.
Oh yeah.
But
Shield lore.
No, Seth, no. You're on top of the world. To me, it has to. I don't know. I love that idea because Ethan is like a great character, good in-ring worker. It just has to. I don't know if it would hit the same, but I guess they already did that with Braun and with Brunson. So this next one, it has to deliver. I don't know what kind of name you bring into that, but I'm scared because the flashbacks, the chair shot. I just don't know. And then them throwing Jay in there, it could just be who knows what they do with this.
Is there anyone you think it should not be? Like, under no circumstances? Because I have one who it shouldn't be.
Oh, Logan Paul, of course.
I mean, well, obviously not. Fuck that guy. What the fuck? I mean, that's a good answer, but that's not. I wouldn't think that at all. But yeah, keep that nigga off my screen. I was actually gonna say Carmelo Hayes, and that's because I had read this earlier. I know it sounds hypocritical to say because the group is kind of, this established veteran in Seth Rollins and then like kind of up and comers with like Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. So you'd be like, well, like Melo could fit into that. I just don't think he needs that. I don't. I think what you need to do is put him on TV some more. I think you need to figure out whatever the hell you're going to do with the United States Championship on SmackDown. And eventually get that belt on Melo. The only way I would accept Carmelo Hayes getting into the group is if this is immediately going to slot him for the Intercontinental Championship. If the goal of that group is for everybody to be dripped out in championships and Seth Rollins is the World Heavyweight Champion and Braun are the Tag Team Champions and Carmelo is going to be the Intercontinental Champion, I will gladly accept that. I don't know if that's the plan right now.
Yeah, we don't know if it's Evolution 2.0 or what it is.
Yeah, I don't fully know what the plan is. I don't know if the plan is just for them to be around and like ensure Seth Rollins keeps complete control of the brand or what it is. So I for sure don't want it to be Carmelo Hayes right now. I think Ethan Page is the right answer. I think he's somebody who is a very serviceable wrestler. Probably be the pin eater of the group. That's
why I don't like that. That's the only reason I don't like that, because the thing has been, you need somebody who don't eat pins, and I just don't think Carmelo needs that right now.
Exactly.
So I'm kind of worried about that. But listen, that smirk that Melo and Braun had, the NXT NXT 2.0 days, yeah. Like, if it works, I'm with it, because he fits the swagger. He can be like another talk piece to them, you know what I'm saying? Even though you already got Paul and Steph can do their thing on the mic, but yeah. I'm trying to think who else I wouldn't want it to be. Yeah, of course, Logan.
Fuck that guy.
I don't see that Ricky. They thrown Ricky out there. I don't think he would turn him that fast. He's like a people love him, so I don't know if they do that.
I've heard a theory about how they would integrate him into the group, and I don't hate it, which is align him with CM Punk because of their previous history at AEW. And then at some point turn him. Perfectly fine, I think.
That would be interesting.
Also, I think whatever they do with the faction is absolutely leading to War Games no matter what.
You are you over that yet? I've been seeing a lot of talk about that.
Honestly, no. not really. I'm not going to lie.
I did not see that.
So I will say this. I think I'm not over it. I feel like the War Games matches have been good. Actually, aside from one of the women's ones, I can't remember which ones. It might have been this last one. It just felt like a little thrown together.
It was, they took out Jade for Bailey. That one kind of felt a little.
Yeah, that one felt a little thrown together. Also, this last one with the Bloodline versus the New Bloodline felt a little thrown together only because they didn't have Roman Reigns apologize to nobody. Like, it just felt like, oh shit, Survivor Series in a few weeks. Like, we just fuck it, y'all get back together since y'all was together before. Like,
yeah, they felt kind of rushed.
But in terms of the match quality, no, I'm not tired of it at all. Like, I get it. Like, I like it. But I did originally think like they were gonna drift away from the idea. But I tweeted this out yesterday, and I'm gonna say it on air. If John Cena is in a War Games match, you can catch me in San Diego, bro. I'm going. I don't care what it costs. Man, I don't care where I gotta sit. If John Felix Anthony Cena is in a War Games match, then I am in San Diego in November, bro. I don't care what else is going on.
Listen, man.
It's no way I'm missing that.
Family, I'm sorry.
That's Thanksgiving week too. Hey, listen. Give me my turkey and I'm out, nigga. Let me find out John Cena's in that match, bro.
Hey, man, Thanksgiving on the beach.
Let them even give me a hint that John Cena is going to be in them 2 rings and them 2 cages, bro. I'm in there. That is once in a lifetime, bro.
You imagine, bro.
We're never seeing that shit again. I'm going, nigga.
Listen, man, Klarna that hole, bro.
Whatever it takes, bro. Niggas might see me front row. That's how much I want to see it. Niggas might see me front row at a baseball field where the Padres play at. Just because John Cena's in that match.
Why is Chris at SeaWorld?
Don't ask me no fucking questions.
Why is Chris on the beach, bro? It's November.
San Diego.
Booyaka, booyaka.
What are you talking about? Oh, shit. Look,
why is Chris at SeaWorld, bro? What is Chris doing? What is going on, bro? Why is Barry there? What are they doing?
Hey, man, look. Oh, shit.
Happy Thanksgiving from San Diego.
All right, man.
Whew. Why are we eating tacos on Thanksgiving, brother? Listen,
holy shit.
I
don't love his family.
Wrestling family. Do you really want to know? Listen, man. Say my secret.
My parents ain't never taught me hustle, loyalty, respect.
You ever seen a man punch the Big Show with his steel knuckles?
Oh, shit, bro.
Whew. You ever seen a man walking the ECW with his back against the wall?
All right, man. Oh.
But I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do miss like the brand. I forgot what it is.
The brand supremacy.
Supremacy. I do miss that, but it's like if the storyline is there, like, listen, bro.
I don't necessarily miss brand supremacy, but if you're going to do that, I want it to mean something, bro. Like,
Yeah,
the way they used to tell it, be like, oh yeah, like you got bragging rights for the year. Okay,
yeah, like that was it.
Like damn, like nobody don't get a shot at the world title or something like just bragging rights. Like, oh, I beat you niggas, see you again next year. And niggas might not even be like, you know what I'm saying? The bragging rights don't matter because you might not be on the same brand next year. You might not be on that team, whatever. Like, the bragging rights didn't really matter, bro.
The lead up never really like hit the same. I mean, the lead up was great, but the result just never really hit the same.
Like I actually used to love like all those invasion angles. Like my favorite,
that was the thing.
My favorite one is like 06 where they like slam Batista on the windshield of a car, and like this nigga come out on SmackDown like fully taped up from being slammed on the car.
The Shield kicking everybody's ass was just so amazing, bro. Like we don't get that no more. But
like that brand supremacy thing don't mean shit. It's just like what's the fallout from it? Like, can somebody get a world title shot, a spot in the Royal Rumble, like something, bro?
Are y'all gonna fire Mick Foley if Raw loses? Or
you know, like make it mean something. Oh man, ooh, that John Cena shit took me out, bro. But great episode today. Episode 11.
Glad to be black. Missed y'all, man.
Missed y'all. But as I stated at the top of the episode, we got one more we got one more little break and then we're back for the foreseeable future. So we should be back on the because we are out for the 8th. So we got 2 weeks left. Damn. We'll be back on the 20th. Breaking news. We'll be back on the 22nd. God damn. So
I should leave for my birthday too. Just make it.
Fuck it. Just leave for the whole month of July. God damn.
It's our birthday month.
Shit. So we will be back on the 22nd. Obviously we're going to be active on social media. Saturday night's main event is on the 12th. Evolution's on the 13th. Me and Barry will be attending.
I gotta order some mics.
Yeah, I was about to say we're definitely going to try to get some content out there both days.
Then I saw the briefcase. It don't ship out till October. So.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That
kind of sucks. We tried.
El Grande Americano mask. It is. All right. So back on the 22nd, and then we should be back permanently. Ain't no birthdays in August as far as I know about. Actually, I ain't gonna lie. That ain't for the camera, but yeah, man. We will definitely try to get some stuff out as far as predictions for Saturday night's main event, predictions for Evolution as it unfolds in front of us. Obviously, stay locked to our Twitter. We typically live tweet Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown.
Chris AEW.
Yeah, I do try to live tweet AEW on occasion. I'm definitely going to try to lock in since All In is soon. The name of all our socials are in the bio of our YouTube description. That includes TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. We try to post on all those very frequently. Make sure to follow us too, man. Like I feel like we be getting the likes, we getting the views. Follow us, man. We talk about a lot of good stuff. But yeah, man. Episode 11. Glad to see y'all again. Apparently won't see y'all for another 2 weeks, but it's okay. We love y'all anyway. Peace.